cause like we all live in the same complex or something, or all live in far-rockaway or something, and like we can't go everywhere we want to go cause we got beef and stuff. Like we gotta worry about such and such being here or being there, or we gotta worry about fighting or getting shot and stuff. Like it's not called for.
Who do you think the real enemy is?
My real enemy is the police.
You think the police is the real enemy? All right. Let's get now. We're gonna get into that because the police are the cause. In my opinion, they're enemies. They're not our friends. That's the truth. But they came about for a reason. What do you think that reason is? I mean, this thing just didn't happen. This is not just something that just popped up. Cops didn't just decide yesterday and say, oh, let's just attack the brothers in Edgemere. What do you think is the cause of this problem? Why do you think the cops are doing this?
Yeah, they came about to like stop crimes, but they getting like out of hand with what they doing now. Like they're like, we could be walking to the store, they just hop out, search us, take our names down, and just go put it in their books or something.
Yeah, we understand that, but what do you think caused this situation to come about? See, these questions you may not have answers to, and it's not for that. It's not the purpose for you to come up with the answers. These questions are to get you to start thinking a little bit more about the root cause of the problem. Because the only way that you're gonna handle the problem is if you think at that level. You got to start pointing the gears of your mind towards the causes. Because you can't look at a cut on your hand and you just put a band-aid on it. You want to know, well, how'd you get cut? You understand what I'm saying? How is it that we getting shot all the time? How is it that we fighting each other? Why is the cops bothering us all the time? See, because if you just look at the cops and say, oh, they the enemy, you ain't gonna figure it out.
It's our surroundings, where we live at.
Okay, what's wrong with it?
Like, it's just, they look at it as Edgemere, or that's a bad project. That's just like take all the black brothers out of Edgemere and turn it into a co-op and get it good or something.
Okay, we looking at
it's like when you say Edgemere,
you're talking about
system. Like when you say Edgemere, Edgemere is a mindset. Edgemere is a people. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people think it's just the building. It's not the building.
Right.
The building can't talk.
That's right.
The building can't say nothing. It's the mentality of the people in the whole nine. But another thing I wanted to add is I remember when me and you was talking to the young brother that had a little Hennessy bottle in hand that's in the back building. I forgot his name, but he always had a little Hennessy thing bottle on his hand. But one of the main things that he said, like from his gut, was like, "Yo, our people need to be educated." You know what I'm saying? And the root of that, you know, they need knowledge itself. You know, they need knowledge of who their enemy is. They need knowledge of the time and what needs to be done.
What needs to be done.
You know what I'm saying? That's why this men training course is so important.
Right.
You know, I know it's kind of slow, but you know, our people just gonna have to have a little more patience with us. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is this: the attitude amongst like the brothers my age, like from the 30 and up, and the older, the attitude that I hear. You know, even when I'm on a train and I'm walking, it's like they have no hope, and they written all these young brothers off, like written them off.
That's
they don't care nothing about it
addressing the cutoff between the youth and the OGs. So
they written. I was like, how can you write them off? These are your people.
Right.
You know.
So how do y'all feel about that? I mean, I could point that question to any one of y'all. How do y'all feel about? Now we're not talking about the elderly, like the old ones. We talking about brothers that's between 30 and 40 that y'all can basically somewhat relate to. How do y'all feel that connection is? We talking about the brothers that like myself. So now this is who we talking about. The brothers who was listening to P.E., Rakim, Q-Tip, you know, and now you got Weezy and whoever else, you know, T-Pain and T.I. All right, now the brothers and sisters that are disconnected there, how do you feel about that connection here in Edgemere? Is it tight? Willie?
Well, we have connection with like some people around that age, but then again, some people that like that's around that age that stick to themselves, that just come through, do what they do, and just keep by their business, don't want to talk to nobody.
Is anybody influencing you out here in that generation that I'm talking about? Is anybody influencing you positively or negatively? You said no.
Out here? What does these young brothers look up to? No matter if it's negative or positive.
Yeah.
What do they look up to?
What are they looking? That's what I'm trying to get at. What's the focus out here? What are people focusing on? Who?
It basically focus like they focus on like the people they be around that's older, like they OG or something like that.
Like an OG who got more strength.
But you personally don't have somebody that you look up to around here. Is there any black leaders that you look up to?
I doubt that.
Not one? Alright, can you name 5 black leaders?
Talking about like
civil rights struggles. First one you said was Martin Luther King.
Martin Luther King, Malcolm X.
Malcolm X. That's 2.
Rosa Parks.
Rosa Parks is 3.
He learned that fact from
Let him go. Outkast.
I listen to Outkast.
Alright, but I mean, I'm talking about, the older group now. Who? Alright. What about, okay, now I'm going to take the question to the younger generation. Is any black leaders of the younger generation that you can name off the top of your head that you admire?
Black leaders.
It could be a rapper, it could be, whatever. Is there anybody on a younger level right now that you admire, that's in the public eye view, celebrity or activist?
Kanye West.
Okay, who else?
Nas.
Kanye West, Nas, who else?
That's what I see that's like doing some positive things.
Alright, I'm gonna pose the same question to you. What role models or of the older group of black leaders do you admire? Martin Luther King. Who else? Rosa Parks. Harriet Tubman. Jackie Robinson, the baseball player. Yeah. That's 4. You got one more. You gotta give me 5.
Yes.
If you want to pass, you can pass. You know what I'm saying? Nobody. What about the younger generation? The younger generation. Any leaders in the younger generation that you admire? No, not one. Can you tell me why?
I'm not sure.
What's lacking in the young generation that you can't find one that you admire?
I can't even tell you because I don't know why that's
you haven't thought about it?
Yeah, that's really young. That's really
like around your age group, there's nobody that's the move to you. There's somebody that's doing the right thing that you seen them do something. You like, yeah, I like that. That was peace. Nothing. Really? So you're not really moved by the movement. There's something missing. What's missing?
No, that movement ain't the movement I'm trying to go to.
Alright, so you want to see something totally different. What do you feel that should? What do you feel is missing? What do you think needs to be done?